What we saying, Vish? What's good, brother? Let's get this announcement in. There we go, boys. Right after man. Geelong is halting something. I know. Oh, is my camera died? Oh, 2-6, boys. 2-6. I'm pretty sure I've charged this other battery up. And where is the other battery? Oh, that's not actually glued. Put that back on, it should be sweet now. There we go. No, let's keep it zoomed out, fuck it. Do 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 do. Right, boys. First thing I wanted to say was quite unlucky today with no ALG. That's pretty much what we had today, isn't it? No ALG. That is pretty much how it panned out for us. This was the only opportunity that I think was actually decent today. It come back to DTO a few times. I'm mainly talking about the DTO move here. From around here onwards. I don't know if anyone got in GU DTO. But this was unreal. Especially mixed with the DXY. Which was called pretty well from us this morning as well. Looks like price is starting to reverse. Which is what we want. This reversal here. This retracement is perfect. This is what we want to see. We want to see the dollar come up in order to actually have that decent move down. And coming into that premium area, right? But what I loved about this morning with GU is as soon as we hit 840, we broke the Asia high of DXY, and that's when we was looking for those buys on GU. We wasn't necessarily looking for Asia lows to get swept because we know the pound's strong. We were just looking for the DTO hold. 845 is when we come back to the DTO. At 840 here is when we broke the high. So buyers here from DTO up to that new sort of European high was absolutely phenomenal. I think the most you could have got is about 4.5 if you put it on this low. If you've disregarded the 5 pip rule, back down to 3.4R, but still fucking strong. So realistically, DTO was the only move today on GU. But obviously, when you only have DTO move, you don't have Asian liquidity. So kind of annoying. I get it. Let me zoom in a bit because I've got my monitor. You can sort of see. And my other monitor, I think. I don't know. But yeah, was unlucky, man. Was really unlucky. Was anyone able to take it? That's the question. Yeah, GU taking low. I mean, I do want to see price come lower. I mean, again, I really want to see price come lower. We are very overbought right now. I mean, look at the last few days we've had. Just sort of before New York's open, right? Bullish Asia, bullish London, bullish New York, bullish PM, bullish Asia, bullish London. And now we're sort of getting a bit more of a reversal this New York. But we've had such a bullish move up. It's lovely, right? But we just want to let price really settle down a little bit further. So if anything, I would like to see potential shorts for New York. I mean, I wouldn't say trade-wise that's what you want to be getting in. But I would say in terms of this New York session, I do want to see price come down for GU and EU. And so I've seen a bit more of a rebalance. I mean, EU's come down a lot because we didn't have the bullish euro anyway. The euro's really weak, especially against the dollar. Very weak. So realistically, EU's sort of off the table right now until politically we're a bit more stronger. I mean, they had their vote of no confidence today, right? The EU. So I'm pretty sure France don't have a prime minister at the moment. I think Macron's going to release who the prime minister, the next prime minister is soon. Hopefully that brings a bit more stability back to the EU economy, but as of now, it's quite big. This is the thing as well that we're quite. It's what sort of the discussion on Bloomberg at the moment right now. Is the talks around sort of the independence between the Federal Reserve and the White House, Trump, etc. Because historically we've not. He's got to resign now. Yeah, he's resigning. Where we are. Is historically we've never had sort of the White House overpowered the Federal Reserve in terms of. I think they're meant to do it somewhat today. I'm pretty sure we got like the vote of no confidence today, and I think he's going to be voted off. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know how it's going to affect the EU though. This, honestly, man, honestly. Anyway, what we saying, boys? So I've not said hello to everyone, man. I feel like a rude bastard. What we saying, boys? Stu, what's good, my boy? How you doing, bro? YK, what's good? Michael, Mehmet, Cam, other Michael. Well, that's the same Michael. Jed, Slaps, Nick of Time, Tommy, Jason, AH. Afternoon, boys. Afternoon. Adam, what's good, bro? Did you take GU, mate? I didn't take GU today, bro. I was actually annoyed that I didn't. Because on my smaller accounts, I take DTO. But this morning, I was so focused on trying to understand if we was actually going to get an ALG trade that I wasn't even looking. I mean, I'm not too bothered, right? Because it's not my main strategy. It's still something I've sort of got in the works in the moment. So I didn't, and I'm actually quite annoyed I didn't. The same for Stu, because I know Stu didn't place, and we was on the phone together, and it's kind of annoying we didn't place it, man. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie. EG, nothing. No, not even DTO moved down. Really. I mean, unless you was trading at fucking 5.45, which I would not advise. That is the only trade I really saw for today. Realistically, looks like we are getting the sort of that manipulative day though. So maybe yesterday was our accumulation. And Postecoglou to Forest. Here we go. That'd be good. Who you got slicing in there, Stu? Oh, got you, Stu. Got you. Cheers, bro. I think it'll take a few days before we get a new Prime Minister, though, right? I'm good, Tommy. How you doing, bro? I'll send you my EU sell, which I only have 30% level run-ins to equal on the lows from yesterday. Let's have a little look, brother. Nothing bad. Did you say EU, right? Time frame on this. You're on the phone. Nice. Where was your sell from? What was the actual entry? I thought he was about to win 2 trophies. No. GJ 4-hour CRT possible. Why did I just type that in? The fuck? GJ, where's that GJ? Right, let's have a look at the CRT. Does it swept the low? Yeah, I mean, we've got to wait for the closure, right? We've got to wait for the closure of the candle. So, what's the time? We've got 14 minutes until we have the closure of it. Oh, you said possible. Yeah, 100%. I think we should have 14 minutes left of this 4-hour candle, and then we can start looking at the 4-hour CRT to this high. I like it. I mean, it's difficult, man, because again, like, the dollar's weak, yen's weak, which is fucking annoying. We can tell, obviously, gold keeps on boosting. Gold is just going to go up today because, again, we've got dollar, Japan weakness domestically. Interest rates coming down in the US, which is obviously negatively affecting the dollar. Politically unstable over Japan, weakening the yen. And that is quite high. I think GJ buys could be really nice with that CRT. That's what I would say. Might be one of the best positions going into the New York session in regards to sort of the nicest pair that has got a big differentiation. We've had such a big move down here on GU. Must have had such a big move up on DXY. Yeah. Yen basket completed the daily CRT. Yen basket. What's this one? What 4-hour CRT? This is the right one. What 4-hour T? What 4-hour? Bullish yen today. Talks of interest rate increase, but not confirmed yet. Yeah, that's because I'm pretty sure they're getting higher inflation, especially with tariffs. They're probably going to have to increase interest rates. But the big thing around Japan hiking interest rates, Michael. Daily. Sorry, bro. Oh, nice. Could start seeing the yen drop down a little bit more now that bullish candle's all complete. Come to a nice level to start falling. I would sort of look for the yen to start coming down as well. We've had the 15-minute trade through. We're looking at the bro, really. Oh, GJ just looks shit. Great's got to drink Richesse together. Let me saw Richesse. Those people said, "What's you can't see." Wait, I can't see. I think he's talking. Let me get some info on the yen though. But yeah, sorry. What I was going to say is historically Japan do not hike interest rates. Like the most recent decision, I don't think it was the most recent, but one of the most recent decisions, we had our first hike. Sorry, with the interest rates in Japan for like 16 years, which is massive. The yen recently weakened sharply, driven by political uncertainty in Japan after Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba's resignation, which rattled markets and led to significant depreciation of the currency. Market participants are closely watching US inflation data and further signals from the Bank of Japan around interest rates, which open to hikes but cautious on timing. BOJ signals rate hikes possible, no definitive timeline for the cuts though. For the hikes. Yeah, I wouldn't. It's difficult, man. I don't know if they're really going to hike interest rates now. But GJ looks awful going into New York session. The things about Japan, they're a pretty stagnative country in terms of growth as well. So their growth isn't insane. So so that's sort of the bad. That's sort of why they don't want to hike interest rates that high. It's because growth is so bad in Japan that a hike of interest rates will just make it harder for business owners and anyone who borrows money. Borrowing money is going to be more expensive. That's the point of interest rates, right? So at the end of the day, is the economy going to benefit from higher interest rates? It's difficult, right? Because you want to hike them to make the yen stronger. But at the same time, if you hike the interest rates to make the yen stronger, then you're going to sort of jeopardize growth. And growth is going to be even harder. Plus, you're probably going to have a bit more pressure on the economy. So I feel like for Japan, it's difficult, man, and that's why they're talking about right timing. I think the right timing for Japan to hike interest rates would be when they start seeing resilient growth again. But they're just not seeing growth, so it's difficult to hike those interest rates when growth is a problem, because hiking those interest rates will make growth even more of a problem and hard for people who borrow money to actually. And then bearing in mind, like, when it comes to Japan, the government's going to have to pay back more on government bonds, right? Again, if interest rates hike, bond yields will go up. Bond yields is the percent that they have to essentially. I mean, this is the annoying thing. I mean, I would say they do need to hike interest rates. The benefit of hiking interest rates as well, it will bring more capital inflows. I mean, the big problem is with Japan is their interest rates at the moment are 0.25%. Put it next to any other economy, it doesn't look like no one wants to fucking invest in it. No one wants to invest in it. They'd rather invest in a country like US, where their interest rates are 4.5%. The UK, where their interest rates are like 3.75%. They'd rather the ECB, which is only at 2.15%. But I mean, that's the thing with Japan. That's why right now I'm sort of still confused. I'm in two worlds. I don't really understand when we're gonna have a hike of interest rates. But again, it does, a hike of interest rates does make the Japanese bonds a bit more tradable. I've never actually looked at Japan bonds. Jap. What's the ticker for it? Maybe JP? JP10? That's not yield. Ah, look. He knows his stuff, this Mason fella, doesn't he? He fucking knows his gear. So very low bond yields. I mean, the reason why the 10-year bond yields are really low, sitting at 1.57, is because interest rates are low, 0.25. Pardon me. So it's a bit like US. US's interest rates are 4.5, but then obviously their 10-year yields are 4.06%. So a little bit similar to sort of US situation. But that's the thing. Us sitting at 1.5% interest rates, bond yields, does sort of signal to me, because this is bullish. I know obviously recently it's been a bit more bearish, but these interest rates, in terms of, these bond yields in terms of interest rates are quite high. So it does sort of, to me, signal that investors are sort of anticipating that we are going to have the hike of interest rates. There's something to bear in mind. So I would always have that hike of interest rates because of the high yield in place, which we're probably looking at like a 0.5% interest rate from Japan, which really puts us at a 25 basis point hike, which again would benefit the yen. The yen would get stronger. Why? Because obviously the bond yields are going to be higher, so more investable. Interest rates are going higher, so more investable. Yeah. Growth would go down, so it's going to be hard for GDP to actually increase over in Japan. It will be good because there will be more capital inflows, but the negative side of it is that borrowing cost is a lot more. So for local businesses, people that borrow money, all the businesses that borrow money, which is bearing in mind quite a fucking lot, are going to have to pay more on what they borrow, right? So you're going to end up finding it hard for a lot of people in Japan, really. Do you see on the charts from 710 then rest and come back for 130? What I do, bro, is I jump on like 6:30, 7. Then I'm on the charts till about 9 o'clock. If there's no trades, I'll jump off. If there is, or possibly is, then I'll stay on the charts till 10. But sort of you can normally tell when it's not going to be a trade, you know what I mean? But in regards to New York, I jump on normally about like 12:30 to my PC. I'll have a little chill out. I'll either work out, or I'll work out, walk the dog, just do all the stuff in the middle of the day, and shit like that. So, and then 12:30 I'll jump back on, start watching news again, and I'll just jump on stream at 1:30. That's the reason why I'm always on at bang on 1:30 as well, or near bang on 1:30. But I hope you sort of understand what I'm getting at in terms of Japan. 6:30. This morning it was not 6:30. 1.5% is high gilt yields. To me, that does sort of signal that there is going to be an interest rate hike. I want to see sort of the percent, what like the percentages. I keep saying a fucking rate cut because I keep on thinking about the Fed, man. So it's 64% probability that the Bank of Japan will hike rates. I think most likely in October is what we're looking at. Oh, sorry, 64% chance of a hike by December. So there's a decent chance that we're going to get a hike by the end of the year. Again, we've still got a lot of data coming out. 92% consensus says we're not going to have a change of interest rates at the next meeting this September. So what was the 4-hour CRT? Sorry, what was you looking at? Are we talking about GJ? No, we've got two, but we've got a second while to this close. Right, nice. We've got this 4-hour CRT now. So I would say the yen, in terms of those interest rate hikes, there's near enough we're sort of near enough 100% is not going to be a rate hike this time round. So I would say still weak yen, really. I would say GJ, you're still looking for sales. For buys, really. I wouldn't look for the continuations here. I'd look for price to start reversing and coming back up. Pretty much of what we normally look at, bro. So now we've had the confirmation. I mean, we've only got confirmed here. Realistically, we're just continuing price on here. We've already broke this high. EG's not really getting a rebalance here. Let's have a look at that, Vish. I'm kind of confused where you'd get in here. Yeah, I like that 5 minute. I was looking at that 5 minute. What I sort of was looking at, safety. This is EJ. No, it's EJ. GJ. This trading range we sort of already broke out of. Is there a 15 minute? No, that's fucking annoying. I do want to see how we close on this candle, because if we do, then if we close below, then we probably will come to this fair value. If not, then we're probably just going to continue moving. But I like this CRT playing out, especially we're pretty much told that we're not really looking at a hike just yet for Japan, so not much will make the yen bullish. Politically, we're unstable in Japan, so pardon me. How many subs we got now on the YouTube, Rev? 2518. Boys, make sure you're subscribed if you're not subscribed. Make sure you are subbied. But the close, I feel like I do like that point of interest that you're looking at there, Vish. Yeah. Do you think EU will go higher? I'm not looking at EU to go higher, really, bro. The euro is so weak at the moment. I do want to see buys for EU GU, but it's hard on EU because, again, we're weak on the euro. So the euro and the pound, sorry, the euro and the dollar are quite weak together. In fact, we're actually weaker on the euro side. And I feel like that's just going to continuously flip. Do you know what I mean? So, I'm with you. Yeah. Let's look at some of the notes I've wrote down yesterday. Really got like mainly regarding sort of fundamentals and shit. So this is why that unemployment claims is quite important because. Yes, Aaron, what's good, bro? What's CLT? It's CRT, sorry, bro. It's candle range theory. Pretty much refers to... Wait, sorry, let me give this a quick read. UK gilt yield experience has dropped from last Wednesday to now. 4.8% to 4.6%. Lower... that does sort of make the pound a little bit weaker that we saw... Are we still moving down on those? We've come back up a little bit. I know we've come down more. 4.62 we're at now. 4.66 was yesterday. PM session gave us a drop. Pretty much 100% probability of a rate cut from the Fed. 11% chance of a 5 basis point cut. These are my notes from yesterday, so we'll see if that's changed. OPEC to increase production as well of barrels of oil. Sorry. Let's just have a look at what notes we can jot down for today. But I think understanding the current situation in the EU is important as well as the current situation in Japan. Can you check gold, mate, for sure, brother? It's quite big for Japan and the, I mean they're currently sort of in a very similar situation. I'm very bullish on gold, bro. I'm weak dollar, bullish on gold. That's where I'm at. Honestly, gold I'm looking at 3.7, 3.8k before the end of the year, maybe even 3.9. If we really have that weak dollar, but I'm looking at maybe like 3.7, 3.8k this year for gold. I can definitely see that happen in the next few months. In what type of perspective are you asking me? One only. Are you asking me from sort of an intraday perspective, or are you asking me from like sort of a monthly perspective, or weekly, or what type of perspective, bro? I'm pretty sure we had Ishiba. Step down causing massive political uncertainty for Japan. Very weak yen. Also want to add possible talks around rate cuts before end of the year. Talks around possible rate cuts. I Upper rate cuts again. Mace, what are you playing at, broski? Rate hike. What I really want to do as well is sort of keep an eye on those bond yields quite closely, the Japanese bond yields. We're currently sitting at 1.5%. Interest rate over in Japan is 0.2. Let's get that jotted down. Interest rates 0.25. I want to confirm they're 0.25. I need gold to reach 3656. That's what. Short term, bro. 4 hour, 1 hour. I need to go to reach 3656, and that's where I want to buy. Why are you looking for price to go up and then buy, bro? What's your strategy? Oh shit, sorry, I forgot they hiked, didn't they? It's 0.5. I know. So we're looking at 1.56%. I'll put 1.56, fuck it. That's what we was at about 2 minutes ago. But they're quite important notes for Japan's economy. No, bro, I meant I ain't advising it dropped. Oh, got you, bro. Sorry, got you. Oh, so are you looking just to close your trade around break even? I mean, I'm not really... I mean, I'm saying bullish from a bit more of a long-term perspective. I'm not massively sure if we're going to see the DXY continue to what we've already had today, which will be a retracement. So I would say be careful because, I mean, look where you are where you're buying. 3656 is a very high point. Above the prior day high, above the detail, above the prior day 50, above the prior week high. It's very high. That's why I'd say gold is good right now. But you just need to wait for those best positions. You need to wait for price to come to the discount for those good areas. And it will. Gold will do that. Gold will retrace. Gold retraces, I promise you guys. It has these lovely big moves, correct? For me, I would say gold is a bit more of a long-term trade thing. A bit more of a swing, maybe sort of daily trades. I wouldn't say intraday. I'd say more maybe 2-day, 3-day, weekly trades are quite good with gold. But you really are waiting for price to sort of come down a bit more before getting into those buys. Because, in my opinion, on the chart right now, there's no great buying opportunities for gold today. But yet, we still had a nice move up. But yeah, that's good, bro. I'd say be careful. Premium and discount is one of the best things I've ever come across in trading. It's helped me so much with being on the... Not only... with the big money and smart money, but also just not losing so many fucking trades. When you start only going for premium when you're selling and only going for discount when you're buying, you start winning a lot more. Not really winning a lot more trades, but losing a lot less trades, if you know what I'm trying to say. So I fully advise that. That is one thing I would say. You don't learn anything doing that, bro, about your mentality. It is true. That's the thing. If like this is what I've always said, one only. Like I know we're different. I know we're very different. But this is something that's helped me a lot in trading, and I know it's helped a lot of my members as well. Mehmet, for an example, bro. When you're trading, boys, you kind of and this comes back to the stop loss at break even. When you lose, you want to know that you lost the trade so you can learn from it. If you put stop loss to break even, you're not going to take that trade as a loss, if you know what I mean. So you're not going to learn from it because you don't learn from a win, right? You don't learn. Do you know what I mean? You don't take your lessons. You praise your rewards, right? That's really how it goes. And so I'd say sort of normalise that losing. Normalise it, man. Normalise it because... you need to sort of lose these trades to understand where you're going wrong. And again, this is seriously, again, this is where a journal comes into play as well. This is where a journal helps you with that massively. So like I always say, boys, if you need a journal, drop me a message on the Discord. I've got one that you can use for absolutely free. I had it made from like an Excel developer. I've also got a video on it as well, so you know how to use it. But boys, just make sure, like, I mean, when you're at the start, this is the best. I wouldn't say use break even like when you're sort of still trying to get profitable. Let yourself lose trades, right? Let yourself lose trades, because again, you're going to start understanding where you're going wrong and how you can avoid that. My advice would be premium and discount, bro. You wouldn't have got in that trade, and you wouldn't have even had to. And it's the stress you're in that trade. Premium and discount does also refer to efficiency. So once price is, say, very bullish and then comes down to the Friday 50, we've got a really high chance of a really efficient move to the upside. You're not even going to be in your trade long enough to fucking worry about break even. You're just going to be nicely trickling up to the highs. And again, this is why efficiency is key. It's hard to get an efficient trade when you're trading on the wrong side of, I don't want to say the wrong side of the market. The buys are perfect, but it's the buys at where you're buying, right? You're buying around here or here or something like that. It's very, very high in price. Not even in regards to the day, all right? In regards to the day, not really. I mean, it kind of is. It's pretty much the daily's high. But I'm talking about the Friday high, Friday 50. We're above the Friday high, so we're going to be above the prior week, Friday 50. But prior week high, DTO, we're above. Do you know what I mean? So, learn from your mistakes. Don't try and like glorify or try and make a loss look good. You know, that is one of my advices. That's one of my. That's a good advice for you, bro. Yeah, man. But if I lose the account, if I lose the trade, I blow the funded account, bro. Honestly, blowing funded accounts, it's the same thing. What I'm just saying, you have to learn. Like you need to learn. And what's going to stop you placing silly trades just because gold's really bullish? Then I can't remember what I just said. I literally just said it. What is going on, bro? What is going on? Sorry, what did you say? So what I'll tell you again, like coming back to what I already said, is you need to lose at some point. You need to lose a funded account. You need to lose a trade. You need to lose an actual funded account. You need to lose a funded challenge. You need to lose in order to know how it feels to win. If you don't lose, then it's hard to keep a sustained win. Because at the same time, boys, I know we all want to win, right? I know we all want to, obviously. Who the fuck don't? Like, let's not be stupid here. But the people that win consistently are those people that lost in the first place. So don't be afraid to lose, because I've lost a lot of money through funded accounts. A lot of money that I wasn't willing to lose at that point, but I still did. And I mean, even like up until probably like a year ago, a couple years ago, I've failed smaller challenges using other, like, you just do that. But like with the DTO, for example, I started looking at the DTO a bit more, failed a few challenges with it, but that's fine. I know it's easier said than done for me, because obviously I'm in a position where I've got free time. I'll have my trade in there, and I'm sort of learning this DTO, and I can take losses. But the same applies to you, and the same applied to me before, when I still was working my job, and I was still fucking trying to knuckle down on the age liquidity. But you just gotta remind yourself, it's gonna come at some point. But you need to take the journey properly. You're learning right now, right? You're learning only one. Or one and only. You're learning, bro. So your goal right now isn't to win. That's not your goal. Your goal isn't to win every trade. That's not your goal. Your goal is to get profitable. And if one of the points in that will be maybe understanding the concept of premium and discount, and the way you're realizing it is for a lost trade, it's for your fucking own good. It's for you to get profitable, right? So don't try and glorify losses. That's a real good lesson for you, bro. And I'll be so honest, only one. As soon as you listen to like everything I've said and actually applied it, bro, you will come back and you will want to eat my fucking penis, bro. I swear down. Because once you actually just let those losses happen and you realise it's part of the fucking game, you realise that, oh shit, right, now I've learned something. Now I can actually go ahead and, right, now I understand premium discount. Now I'm not going to go for a trade. I'm not going to go for a long whilst price is in the premium, right? Exactly what you did today. And you might wait, you might miss it, you might obviously, you'd miss losses. That's pretty much what I'm trying to go for, man. Okay, that's a fair red. That's a fair dues of a red. My bad. Yeah, man. If you're in a discount in one pair but not the other, do you consider just is that okay to an order both need to be a discount? No. So when it comes to, like, for an example, right, today, and this is a good example of, I don't need everything matching. I just need a confluence telling me that we're reversing. That's what I want to see. So, one, I want to replay price because we pretty much had sort of two moves today, but it was this bearish move I'm talking about, okay? So, for an example today, premium and discount, right? I know we're not, I mean, GU's a little bit different. I mean, look, again, we're looking for buyers above the premium, way above the premium. I mean, this is so kind of why I didn't want to place DTO today because it was just so high up. But here's a little example, right? On DXY, we've got price grab Asia buy-side liquidity, and we've got GU at the same time bounce off the DTO. So you can see here, we're not looking for DTO on both, all right? Only on GU, and on DXY, we're not looking at Asia liquidity. So it sort of depends. It sort of depends on the confidence, but you don't need to, for example, GU to come to DXY to come to DTO in order to, fucking hell. You don't need DXY to get to DTO in order for you to sell off a GU DTO or buy off a GU DTO. And the same goes. For example, right, the dollar's really bearish, but let's say, for example, EU was able to get to the Friday 50 and look for the buy, then it wouldn't be too, like, I would still go for it, right? I don't need both to do the same thing necessarily, but as long as, like, for example, DXY has grabbed Asia's high, and then EU's come to the Friday 50, that's good enough for me to start buying, right? I mean, that's not in this example, I wouldn't, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? You don't have to have both happening. No, I agree. We'll do what you said if you help me succeed a trade, bro. 100%. I promise you that. I know I do sound like sometimes I do say like sort of funny shit, and I do like sounds like I take the piss, but everything I say, bro, I promise you is 150% true. And shit I've sort of learned along the way. I've started learning futures. Seems to be way to go. I can't lie. Lovely stuff, Half. What futures you trading, bro? Them words cannot be repeated. Reckon G will take the London high or tap into the 15-minute supply and drop? It's a good question. Yeah, I'm in a Discord, Steve. Come on, bro was going to say GTA. Bro, I was literally about to say GTA, no game. Gold's looking bullish. 100, yeah, definitely. Gold is bullish. Gold is very strong at the moment. I mean, I'm not looking at it from a lower time frame point of view, but in terms of a higher time frame, very strong. Fundamentally strong as well. We've got political uncertainty all over the fucking world. Japan, which is a safe haven. US is bearish, obviously another safe haven. Gold's getting boosted. Bond yields coming down. US bond yields coming down. Negatively affects. We've got GB 10 years coming down, those bonds. So that sort of negatively affects bonds and puts more money towards gold. Safe assets is what the market want right now. And they really are getting pushed towards gold because of the Swiss franc. Inflation coming out lower in Switzerland, which obviously is causing a weaker Swiss franc, a less appealing Swiss franc, and that obviously would take money away from that safe haven. Like I said, Japan, US. So that's why gold is so bullish at the moment, and why I think we can still go 3.7, 3.8 before the end of the year, or even the next few weeks or months. Is something I'm looking at. Maybe even like this, like sort of like October time we start seeing fucking. I mean it's already fucking September. Maybe sort of like November time we might see gold towards like 3.7, 3.8. I mean we've moved so much today. We're up 0.5% today, and today wasn't even the craziest day. Yesterday was nuts for it. I'm gonna close gold at entry, bro. MMFX and 3655. Yeah. Alright then, bro. Where's it blown over 400 cards, spent over 1.4 cards? The fit, right. I would say to you, right. I feel like you need a reset though, bro. I feel like a reset will do you good. Bro, one only jump. You need to jump on these one-to-ones, bro. Honestly, I feel like I can get you. Honestly, within like a few months, I can get. I reckon I'll be able to get you funded. I mean, you join the mentoring, bro. But as well, for my mentoring students, you guys get. I was there. I think I was doing 15. Yeah, you guys get 15% off the one-to-one mentoring. I think it works out to like £800 for like 3 months worth of sessions. So. But like my advice to you, one and only, right, is I would start over. Really, I would say the best thing to do is I would say leave this trade open, leave it open, leave your stop loss, leave your TP, and assume your account's gone. All right, just assume it's gone, and then I'll grab some more accounts. I'd say grab small accounts. You don't need to grab big accounts. Grab a 10k ACG just so you can forward test. Again, this is the learning phase. But this is the learning phase, you know. So right now, we need to sort of make sure we're looking at not really making money, more learning how to trade profitably. That sort of comes later. So I feel like that's why it's a little bit difficult, because I feel like you might be focused on profits more, hence why you've bought larger accounts, and hence why you're probably losing them a bit and putting stop loss break even and stuff like that. But I could really help your cycle. I promise you, bro, I can really help your psychology, because I mean, honestly, boys, I've been at all these different fucking stages in my trading career. Hold on, motherfucker. Don't worry about closing on. Just never make the same mistake next time. So to be, yeah, that's it, bro. Stop loss and TP. Stop loss or TP. Stop loss or TP. Stop loss or TP. Shall I just write that on this wall? Stop loss or TP. Bro, I reckon my mum would grab me by my neck and just fucking just, God knows, mate. She would just grab me by the neck and just fucking. Yeah, definitely one and only, bro. Top man. And I'll be honest, bro, it's not... Like, for example, you spent 1.5k on accounts, which I don't know if you've learnt a lot from. I mean, I feel like I can teach you with... And you pay me, like, fucking 800 quid for, like, 3 months worth of calls. You'd learn way more from that than the funded accounts, and I promise you those funded accounts will probably be a waste of money at this time. But yeah, drop me a message, bro, and we'll have a little talk, man. We'll have a little talk. Yes, Tommy, what's good, bro? Mate, she needs some vitamin C, mate. That nose been running so much, she's done it. Bro, it's awful. But that's what I've been eating, bro. I've been eating like 3 oranges a day, like exactly for this reason. I've been drinking lemon and honey, full of vitamin C. I think, anyway. Like, bro, can I wait? you turn me on. Yeah. Woo. Get off the lines, mate. It's not good for you. No, I'm not. I'm not. Literally not doing cocaine. I'm not doing cocaine. I'm... bro, why is this not moving? Oh, okay. Oh. One and only, tell me you didn't close, bro. Tell me you listened to me and you didn't close. Please tell me you listened. Please say you listened. Please say you listened, bro. I can't actually see. I can't see the chat. Are you still in? Are we still in? I think I've had COVID. I think that's what I've had. It turns me on. Why do I get so happy when I'm in profit, but in loss I get angry? I'm too emotional. I need to fix my mindset. Yeah, your mindset needs to be like, you need to. Why am I sitting like this, bro? What the fuck, bro? What am I, a fucking flamingo, bro? Hold on. Oof. The fuck am I doing, bro? The reason, yeah, I mean, there's no like weird reason, bro. It's normal, right? We're humans. It's so normal. It's like if your football team's winning, you're happy. If you're losing, you're fucking fuming. I am, especially. So it's a normal human thing. So it's not weird. It's normal. It's so normal. It is distilled in every human. But it's whether or not you can transition yourself into someone who can start thinking a little bit more level-headed when they're winning and when they're losing. So don't get too happy when you win and don't get too sad when you lose. It's hard to get that balance. And to be brutally honest, one of the only things that the best thing for that is literally just experience. The best thing for that is time in the markets, time placing the trades, and stuff like that. But I would say ultimately you want to be winning more than you lose, right? You can have a negative win rate, right, and still be profitable. But psychologically, it's going to be hard. So I would say this is why I only go for premium discount. This is why I place less trades, because I have more wins than losses. Way more wins than losses, to be honest. Like this year, I've had fucking a lot more wins than losses. I think I've only lost like 2 trades this year or something, maybe 3. I actually fully can't remember. I've not actually looked at my results in like a fucking month. But yeah, that's sort of where we're at. But I hope you're still in gold, bro, because it's moving nice. Where's your TP for gold? Let's go gold. I'm up 4%. I'm on 1. I'm on 1, bro. I'm going to account. Hopefully, love your stuff. Have you hit TP? Sorry, bro. Yes, head up. What we saying, bro? Yeah, top man one only, top man. Lovely stuff, bro. Just want to say, boys, this book every day is going to be filled with insane fundamental knowledge. And what I'm going to do is at the end of the end of the week, or I might even do it every day. Just send a photo of what I'm writing down in here into bro. Gold is booming, bro. Gold is booming. Could even hit fucking 2.7 today, bro. I'm looking to enter buys again. What the fuck, bro? What the fuck, brother? Germany also have recession risk. So we are projecting right now 0.2% increase of GDP in Germany for 2025. That is so bad for growth. And it also signals really slow, modest gains in 2026 and 2027. Yeah, gold is so booming. Goldhaven favoured. Gold safe. Right. What we're seeing with price now is a little bit of a reversal, yeah, even a little bit. We're seeing DXY continue down a little bit more now. Quite a confusing day. Again, it's really nice that we popped up. I want to see us continue up a little bit more, just so we can see price, well, come a bit more into that premium area. Let's have a look at the AUD USD signal actually in the trials. Let's have a little look.
It's not hit stop loss yet. Entry was... Big trade. I think it did say it was a swing, wasn't it? Yeah, proper swing that is really. Yeah, trust. I've got to leave it for 0.66. 0.66? What the fuck are you trading? Oh, AUD USD. What, a long? What? You have a long from there? Oh, right, long. Short, sorry, short. Yeah, GJ's really not done much. We didn't close there, so this is probably the nicest 5 minute. Oh, you're looking... Oh, sorry, yeah, short. Sorry, bro. Dick's Sporting Goods. Right, boys, I'm going to jump off now. I'll be back at 6:30 in the morning, so make sure you boys are in the pre-London if you remember. If you're not, get the fuck signed up, boys. Let's actually get ready for tomorrow morning. We should be starting getting some trades coming into this week. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to continue watching news, get some more notes wrote down, and then we'll go for it tomorrow, my people, then. Euro GBP, what's my bias? My bias is bearish for Euro GBP, bro. The Euro's a lot weaker than the pound right now. France, we're weak with the economy, political instability. Over in Germany, we've also got possible recession. Growth is awful in Germany. We're sort of assuming a 0.2% growth in 2025. 0.2% growth is dreadful, and we're sort of forecasting a quite a slow growth going into 2026 and 2027. So growth is bad over in Germany. So we're weak from the Germany point of view, which is obviously the biggest economy within the Eurozone. France, one of the biggest economies within the Eurozone, are having political uncertainty pretty much, so it's making it very weak from France. I'm pretty sure south of Europe's doing quite well, but I think Germany and France are definitely weighing it down. So right now I'll be weaker on the euro than I am on the pound. There's my reason for you, bro. Yes, Jesse, what's good? But boys, I love you all, man. I see you tomorrow. MH, love you, bro. Fucking Michael, love you. Vishal, you man, love you all, boys. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'm gonna get some more notes, and then we can go in. Can you share your thoughts on my EU? Yeah, let's have a little look now, quick before I jump off. I don't love it, bro. I'll be real. I just think it's scary. EU jumping into now. It's good. We come to the Pride 15 and stuff, but the euro is just so weak, much weaker than the dollar. So it's hard to really look for buys there, especially with this time. I just find it difficult right now. I just find it difficult to trade EU right now. Both are weak, so I wouldn't put that risk on it, man. To be honest with you, Jesse. Right, sweet. Love you all, man. Steve, sweet, bro. Henok, love. Jesse, love. Everyone else. Henry, love, bro. Michael, sweet. One only was Henok, love. Tommy's, goodbye, my boys. Nick of time. MH.